Hello there, and welcome to this interview program from Africa Independent Television. Well, on this edition, we'll talk about politics, we'll talk about the nation, and if time permits, we'll go a bit into the media. My guest is a politician and a media owner, High Chief Raymond Dokpesi. High Chief, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, let's start this way. The non-elective convention of People's Democratic Party just took place, and by any standard, we want to say it was successful. Well, within a short time, we want to ask you this question because you're a member of the Publicity Committee and the Central Planning Committee. Within a short time, how did you manage to secure the crowd and the thing was successful in our own estimate, or did you rent crowd?
I must say that it is on record that the only party that has its roots throughout the nook and crannies of this country is the People's Democratic Party. The PDP has structures in every village in the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also in diaspora. People came in that were enthusiastic about the rebirth of the People's Democratic Party from the length and breadth of the country. Delegates, and what you saw at Eagle Square yesterday was just a very small percentage of the members that still exist. PDP is a strong and well-founded party, grounded to the ground. That is the only party that has grown its membership right from inception in 1998. And I was not surprised to find each of the local government chapters, each of the wards sending in their representatives to attend the event yesterday. And I think that we must have had something close to about those 4,000, 5,000 delegates that came in from each of the wards to attend the convention yesterday. Renting of crowd, PDP had no cause to rent any crowd. Like I said, you can get into any village. There is no village you enter, you won't find PDP members. There are no families in Nigeria today that you won't find PDP members amongst them. So definitely there was no need for any renting of any crowd. People came voluntarily, enthusiastically to see how the PDP was coming back together. They have seen a lot of the pains that they have experienced in the last 2 years in the hands of those that got into power. I do not know. I didn't vote for them, so I do not believe they won the elections. But they are there in power. They continue to treat Nigerians as if they are inconsequential in the implementation of all their policies. Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are frustrated, Nigerians are now desirous of having a change, and therefore the rebirth of PDP was most welcome to them.
Now, we reliably learned that some of the problems that led to almost collapse of PDP in 2015 was the overbearing influence of some political juggernauts. And we unreliably gather that even yesterday, there was so much on forum of ex-ministers, forum of governors, forum on this, but no forum of peasant farmers or whatever. Is the party not going back to this overbearing influence of political heavyweights?
Well, let me say that in a gathering like yesterday, there's no way you could do away with the representatives of various groups. I remember coming into Wadata House during one of the strategic planning meetings for this convention when the program was being decided whether we should not have representatives of this group, of that group, of the other group coming in to speak. Yet we wanted a brief, concise convention. It was a one agenda convention. You will see the type of changes that are coming on. The strategy review, an inter-party committee was set up by the McAfee caretaker committee some time ago, and they submitted their report in January, February this year. And that committee looked at the whole PDP structure. I can assure you that you are going to have also the forum of common members of the People's Democratic Party. I proposed it at that jocularly during that discussion. But what you are looking at right now is that you needed to be able to have those that have represented the party at various levels coming together to say, we are all together, we are all committed to the rebirth of PDP, we are all committed to uplifting PDP, we are ready to battle any opposition party to ensure the reinstatement of a PDP federal government in 2019. That is what you got. As time goes on, you will see representatives of the farmers, you will see the representative of the hunters, you will see those of us that are common members of the party also giving their place of attention. If all the groups have spoken yesterday, we will have still have been at Eagle Square up till now, and you will have lost your interest. So that is why it was aggregated in that form. I apologize for whoever may have wanted to speak and didn't get the opportunity to speak. But definitely the reborn PDP has room and has space and recognition and position for all those cater of persons. Now,
the Chairman Caretaker Committee, Raji Makarfi, said there had been about 5 attempts to stop this convention, but then he did not expatiate. Can you explain this to us?
Well, obviously, what he referred to is that various people went to court to try to stop the convention, either because delegates, there were problems in their state, so they felt they wanted to be at the convention, and they believed that their own group, because maybe they belonged to one group or they supported Sheriff formally, they lost out in that battle in their state and wanted to still be at the convention. So in order not to get the other group having their own an upper hand, decided to go to court. But that is also contrary to the provisions of the Constitution of the People's Democratic Party. You have to explore all avenues of internal resolution before you resort to courts. It's the type of impunity we say we want to curb and put to an end. And thank God that the judiciary did not grant those requests. And you will see that the party, in its own wisdom, said where there were parallel congresses conducted in the past, where there are problems, where the issues of the convention of congresses were not concluded, to have just one clear-cut listing, that the caretaker committee were given an extension to be and the mandate to conduct fresh congresses in all those places, and that one, so that you can have one unified congress, one unified ESCO in each of the states. So the reasons why people may have been running to court would have been stopped. But let me tell you that we have a party that is in government that only thrives in confusion, who thrives in ensuring that there is no stability in order to be able to, so that Nigerians can be docile and not respond to their failures in all that they are doing. And therefore, what they will still want to do is to make sure that the PDP is still tied down. They are funding dissidents around, and there will still be some of these that will still follow us up to 2019 and even beyond. But I can assure you that the people that are in PDP must have learned their lessons right now, that we must be united in our purpose if we have to face the opposition in 2019 successfully.
Now, with your link with ABDA, APDA, will anybody be wrong to accuse you of anti-party activities?
Well, it depends on the perspective from which you want to look at it. The Advanced People's Democratic Party, or Advanced People's Democratic Alliance, as it was, finally registered, is a contribution of Raymond Dokpesi to the sustenance of the People's Democratic Party. But that effort to contribute to the to ensuring that there was stability and that the people, members of the People's Democratic Party, were not frustrated. Whatever the outcome of the decision of the Supreme Court was not done in isolation. It was done with the knowledge. I reported to everybody that mattered in the PDP, whether it was the Governors Forum, whether it was the Board of Trustees chairman and this thing, whether it was caretaker, or whether it was the Conference of Zonal Chairmen. Everybody was carried along and was informed about the formation of this party as a platform that was going to stand willing and ready to be able to ensure that the values for which the PDP were set up, that the vision of the founding fathers are sustained and were able to go through all of them. So it's well, I mean, it was not something you are going to the marketplace. And in going on, there were various people that were attracted. The APC were busy recruiting youths that were non-aligned. They were busy recruiting women. People were decamping from the PDP. There were those who left the PDP already who wanted to come back to the PDP, but their ego and their thing wouldn't allow them and were looking for soft landing. And therefore, the concept of APDA as a melting point for everybody was developed. I saw the rationale behind it. I supported it. I spearheaded it. But there was nobody that was in doubt. There was no meeting that was held that I did not state emphatically and clearly that I am an unrepentant member of the People's Democratic Party and that I am committed to the McCarthy group and that everything that I do is a plan B for the McCarthy group. I did that. But it was with the knowledge. Some people may not have agreed with it. It's not, some people may have embraced it wholeheartedly. But the truth of the matter is that whether you agreed or disagreed, you won't say you are not informed if you are in a position to really know. And we continued in that form. You would say that then what then happened along the way? Where did water enter melon? In developing APDA, you allowed different Nigerians of all walks of life came in, expressed interest to join. Whether people from Labour Party or other political parties, whether there were people that were politically not aligned before, all of them expressed interest in being members of APDA. And we set up all that was necessary for them to be able to come in. But as far as the Advanced People's Democratic Alliance is concerned, APDA, I own up quite fully that I was 99.999% responsible for its formation, for its registration, for its funding, and for its existence up to this moment before a few dissidents started misbehaving.
The program continues as I'm having as my guest, High Chief Raymond Dokpesi. We have dealt with the issues surrounding APDA. We have been talking about PDP. We still continue with PDP now, but then we want to bring in now the opposition party, the ruling All Progressives Congress. The other day, I was having a chit-chat with Senator Ahmed McCarthy, the chairman caretaker committee. I asked him that, does he think that APC, the ruling party, is on course? He said, yes, the party is on course to go out, which means that there is nothing good about that party. Now, I will ask you, what would PDP have done better that APC is not doing now?
Everything that APC has done. Everything that APC has done. See, some of us came out very clearly. We said we were in this country 83 December to 85 when General Babangida overthrew Buhari. And we saw decisions that were taken. We saw the governance And based on that, believing very fairly, clearly, that a chameleon cannot change its skin, that there will be nothing different. We are going to get exactly. It is going to be the same style. It is going to be the same shortcomings. And that this man does not understand economics at all. He will not get the best. Nigeria has not been so divided like it is today. I am not sure now. I am not sure. I hear that Niger Delta people are giving October 1st as date, that the Southeast are giving a deadline of October 1st, that the youths from the North. Never in the history of Nigeria have we been in this type of confusion and mess, instability. Never has the ordinary man been so hungry, frustrated. Both the rich, the middle class, and the poor cannot afford to pay their children's school fees. I have not seen the whole world is progressing. We are not able to pinpoint. Yes, the PDP government that we had in the 16 years, as human institution, must have made mistakes. It is time. That is why they were given an opportunity to come in. So it is not a time for excuses and so on. It's a time of taking cognizance of all the mistakes you say the PDP made and so on, and they will have started correcting them, and that one will say, I'm the first person to acknowledge the fact that this is good, but there is no step. I have not seen any achievement in any area that is acceptable, that is good. See, the number of millions of youths that come out and are unemployed, they are growing by the day. Jobs are not created. I'm not asking government to create the jobs, but provide the enabling environment. Retrain these youths, redirect them. I'm not a broadcaster, but I was educated. So I can apply myself and adapt myself to whatever is available. It is possible to also readapt. It's necessary to plan. We all depended on crude oil for our development over the years. Now, shale oil was developed. Now they are going to the vehicles in the UK, in France, in Western Germany. They are already giving dates that between the next 10 years and the next 20 years, they will stop the usage of those vehicles. Yet we don't know how to produce spoke of a bicycle. We are not producing one. Our Minister of Science and Technology told us that we shall start producing pencil in 2019 or 2020. The economy is not diversified. It's only lip service. Yes, it's not possible to achieve all this in 2 years, but the foundation must be seen to have been properly laid. We must, Ajaokuta that is there, we are still dilly-dallying. If this government was elected to be able to create, and some of us have continuously said, yes, the PDP may have failed to make sure that Ajaokuta was retrieved and Ajaokuta is made functional as the basis for our industrial development, to be able to create employment, to be able to get our youth readapted, the roads and everything. So when you say you are coming in as an alternative government, you are coming with different perspectives, with different styles. But when you come in and you are still repeating what you found on the ground, then you are only looking for power. You are not ready to achieve any transformation of the systems and processes that you met. The PDP, in the Strategy Review Committee, have said, we are sorry, Nigerians, for the mistakes that we made along the line. It was good that this thing, although painful, that it happened to us, but it has enabled us to sit back and reflect. And they have been reflecting, and they will continue reflecting until power is given back to them in 2019, and I can assure Nigerians that it will never be same again. I can assure Nigerians that the problems and challenges, whether it's in foreign exchange, whether it is in industrial development, whether it's in employment for the youth, whether it is in healthcare, the president is out of the country. They say we should continue praying. Oh, we should continue praying for one person, and yet millions of Nigerians are dying here without a medication, without any hospitals. If I have a headache now, I might be able to afford to go to Dubai or go to London or go to India, but will the ordinary man be able? Are there hospitals? In my house, just this last night, a woman at childbirth who went to the hospital, was admitted at childbirth, died. It should never happen in Nigeria at this level of development. And you find sycophants, you find people, instead of us addressing the issues, they are not addressing it. Yours sincerely, the PDP, in its strategy review committee, have looked at all aspects. And they say, yes, this we did wrong, this we got right, this we need to improve upon, this and this are the mistakes, so that it is an all-inclusive government, that the amenities and the things that are required are provided for, and they are clear about how to achieve it.
Hi, Chief, don't forget that some, if not even prominent members of your party, are moving to APC or have moved.
Prominent members of the party, yes, moved to APC. Those were no politicians. Those were people who are looking for bread and butter. They were looking for bread and butter. They were looking for relevance somewhere else. So we are talking of people that believe in the principles, in the guiding philosophy of the People's Democratic Party, as enunciated by the founding fathers. For anybody who believes in one united Nigeria, who believes in the industrialization of Nigeria, who believes in job creation for the distinct, who believes in the empowerment of the youth, who believes in... There are several areas which in 2 years, it does not take a distinct. It didn't take PDP 2 months to plan a mini convention because the know-how is there. And they were able to produce within 1 week, and that one, once it was pronounced, it was agreed upon, everybody was asked to go to the field. Go and deliver on it. In 2 years, and that one has APC been able to do their mini convention. They don't have the know-how. It's the same thing with governance. They don't have the know-how. They don't have the experience. It is only a PDP government that can share that experience. If they say they are the Mr. Clean today, that PDP is this, which law have they enacted in order to assist in ensuring that corruption is stopped? All the laws that are existing were brought in by the PDP.
Before you go, what's your idea of restructuring?
Restructuring, pure and simple, is a matter of let us redistribute the roles from what the federal government is supposed to be doing to what the states, or the federating units. Some say we need to have regions as federating units. Some say you need to have states as federating units. So, but that is for Nigerians in a plebiscite. Let all Nigerians, I like the people involvement, not a selection of people that are manipulated and this thing. Because I saw during the third term regime, which many Nigerians have forgotten about, how boxes of money were being moved among senators and so on. It will be difficult for you to move that type of money amongst 180 million Nigerians. So let the Nigerians who are affected, let them express their will.
Thank you very much, High Chief, for being our guests on this program. We really thank you for coming on to the program. Well, my guest has been a media owner, he's a politician, High Chief Raymond Dokpesi. He happens to be at the just concluded non-elective convention of the People's Democratic Party, a member of the Publicity Committee and that of the Central Planning Committee. He's been able to explain how the magic wand he and his people used at bringing about what many people have referred to as a successful non-elective convention. He has also cleared the air over the APDA. Well, that will be all on this edition of the program. Once again, High Chief, thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Until when next we come your way again, I am Odion Bello. Thanks for being there.